What's going on? It's your man DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy Aro.
It's your boy TJ, the Smoke Some Bitch.
Yes, your man.
This is Beyond the Tracks podcast.
Your podcaster's favorite podcast. Gentlemen. Sorry,
building.
we was before we started, man, we had the
in the
motherfucking
building.
radio going. We was banging that love 'em, that trick.
Love 'em.
And we got a little turned up. You know what I mean? My bad. Was
Shout
that too
out
hot?
Detroit.
Did I come in too hot?
You came in pretty
good,
hot,
bro.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't come in too hot, but you
Not
came
too
in
hot.
hot.
But it was hot.
Yeah,
Not too hot.
not too hot.
Okay.
You was TJing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
fine.
I tell people that now. Oh, you TJing, huh? Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Extra.
Is that a good
yeah. You
good thing or
got
a bad thing?
I use you as an adjective, bro.
I don't know how to feel about that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because sometimes it's TJ and it's not really not a good thing.
Well, it's good. Sometimes it's hype. Sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes it's
I think that if anybody should be an adjective, is that even the right one? Is adjective? I don't know my pronouns, nouns. I don't know none of that shit.
Yeah, that's how you describe somebody.
Oh, well then,
Like
then this right
right
here?
now you Roman.
this right here,
Roman.
Yeah, you Roman.
Yeah, that's,
Roman like I'm Catholic.
When
feel
you
me?
eating a sandwich, then you Big Mike'ing.
Right.
Okay,
This
I
was
see what you
good.
did there with your big sandwich eating ass.
Yeah, I like
What
me
we
some
doing
sandwiches.
today?
Man, I don't know
Good.
fucking
How
know.
y'all
We're just
feeling?
fucking here. I am so happy, y'all. I am so happy. I just
We
really am.
dolo? Cause we dolo?
I just, man, no, yeah,
Cause
like
we dolo?
because we're all three here, and I love having guests. But like, if you notice, us three, we only average about one podcast together a month, like
Right.
just us three.
Just us three, yeah.
That's true.
Either we have a
Which is
guest,
true, yeah.
or Rome's pissing rocks. How you feeling, Rome? We didn't even
great,
address
bro.
that last time. Are you feeling okay, man?
Oh, Superman. You know me. What's happening?
This fool told me. I told him drink more Hennessy to get it out.
That's what he
this
told
fool
me.
told me.
Oh, he told me too.
He told me some
that's the
remedies
problem,
and shit,
'cause-
some real remedies, and I'm
because
like,
we have been
drink some of this.
drinking hen. We have been drinking hen.
Yeah,
That
but
was-
with cranberry juice now.
that was
Shout
with
out to
the night-
Diego.
Yeah, that was that night. It
I
was
thought
after
the
that
cranberry
night.
juice would help.
Bro, stop. Yeah,
No, you
it was
had
after that night.
You had that motherfucker way before.
When a girl has a UTI,
It was moving.
I'm about to come in real hot. When a girl has a UTI, they drink
I didn't have a
cranberry
UTI.
juice.
I had a kidney stone.
I know, but what I'm saying is, so I just, in my mind, I thought anything that has to do with pissing, cranberry just must help. If you got to piss for your PO, cranberry juice to get the color back after you drink a lot of water. If
Right.
females have a UTI, they do cranberry juice, you know what I mean, to get rid of UTI or help it out or whatever. So I just thought Hennessy and cranberry juice. Hennessy makes you piss a lot when you drink. Cranberry, bro, don't fuck with my logic. You don't have to listen to my logic. In my mind, that shit was gonna work.
You said drink
Listen,
some Hennessy. You
as-
ain't say nothing about no cranberry.
right,
He
as-
texts me.
yeah.
Oh, you do drink some Hennessy.
I guess
I'm
as,
like,
as,
But I
a,
meant with
as a
cranberry
nurse,
too. I meant with cranberry
This
too.
dude.
as a nurse, yes. Anytime you increase your fluids and you urinate more,
Right.
it's gonna help. It's gonna help a kidney stone.
But not alcohol.
No,
Right. You be
But
straight.
it could, I mean, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's do a study.
I'm good.
Next time you get one of them boys,
I'm good.
you just gonna drink straight Hennessy for days and days on end. You ain't gonna drink no water, no nothing.
We had. It was that weekend. Did
Yeah,
you
we had a
did
live
your
ass
thing?
weekend.
Yeah,
It was
we
like a whole
turned up.
Oh, so you
Remember, we missed the
Turned up.
podcast. I think we missed the podcast that week, or we're actually recording because we.
so you blaming me? Is what you're saying?
Basically, bro.
Okay, man, fuck y'all.
Basically.
What's going on with them sponsors there, player?
Oh, we got sponsors.
We got
bills and
sponsors.
All right.
As always, shout out to Mikey Shoemaker and everybody over there at 8 Mile Vodka and Born in Detroit. And a new thing that Born in Detroit has going on right here in Money Row, Michigan, is if you go to Jars, you can get you one of them Born in Detroit pre-rolls. Yes, that's Jars over there next to Highlight
That's
on
what's up.
Telegraph and Stewart.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry, Telegraph and Dunbar.
Dunbar, right.
Telegraph and Dunbar Jars. They got that motherfucking Born in Detroit pre-roll. And I'm not saying I am an advocate, but I am saying that
You just advertised them. Gave the
got-
address.
smoke some
Hey,
bitch.
gave the address.
Right.
The spot.
They got Born in Detroit pre-rolls.
Oh yeah.
If Jay come do what he got to do for you, I'm gonna buy him some.
That's how I'm tipping them.
Oh,
That
Because he got some
JC's Quality Construction.
Yeah, he got some
And-
J's something. I don't know what it is, but he has some pre-rolls. Because I just went over there for a barbecue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll give him that, and I'll give him that Trick OG from over there at Heads on La Pleasance. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. I'm shouting him out. Rome, I can do what the fuck I want to do.
You can,
You
bro.
know what I mean?
You know what?
What's happening?
This nigga, bro. See, I done said nigga.
Bro, you have been you owe so much N-word. You owe so much N-word. I haven't been calling him out the last month. But bro, I need to put the jar on the table because he forgets.
Man,
and his credit ain't that good.
I've been
So
on-
I don't know if I can trust for him to put the $5 in the pot.
Listen, I've been on something different. I'll tell you what, I'll pay for the bus route for the year.
What my man
You already
say?
been doing that.
What my man say? You can't say that. You can't say that, bro.
Shout out to Shit Gets Deep podcast. My boys Beaker and Tyler over there, man. Hey, you
But
can't say that's their favorite
listen,
part,
you
by
can't
the
say
way.
that.
What I was gonna say is TJ act like they got a union now or something. You know what I'm saying? Or he just don't give a fuck. Because he don't give a fuck.
Oh, you talking about my 9 to 5?
Right.
Oh, we live in Michigan.
Right.
Bruh. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess it is different for you because we get quote federal money, so I can't endorse. Not that I would.
We
anyway.
quote take my money. So we don't get fed money. We get taken by the feds. I'm gonna rob them bitches back. Okay, let me stop.
Whoa.
What else do we got for
Alabama.
sponsorship, my good
Hey,
Right.
we got
and we in the
JC.
sponsorship, right? We still in the sponsorship block. Whoa.
Whoa.
No.
Hey, we
you know
got
what started. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We gonna get to it. As soon as I seen this, bro, he said, "You know what? Let me get a shot at him." that was T. Soon as we hello, we said hello. He said, "You know what, my man? Let me."
I was gonna tell him a story, but before the story, I had to get some Hennessy.
Boom, and that's how we started. Wow. So that explains
How
why
long
we
y'all
here.
been up here?
5
Thank
years
you.
before you.
I was saying, was I late?
That explains why we here. Go ahead,
Okay.
my brother.
So hey, we got JC Quality Construction. He does everything from the key to the front door. Nope. See.
Bro, we've been at this for a year. You ain't got the jingle jangle? If you don't go fuck with Rome, bro, Rome, from now on, you do the jingle jangles, bro.
Wrong.
Because you are doing a hell of a job at your jingle jangles.
This
and
is what I'm-
motherfucker's been having. No. Let me tell you. He has been shouting out the sponsor for a year.
He literally just got here. He literally
Actually, more than a year. Because it was April, was a year.
Yeah,
You've
it's
been
been-
shouting them out for a year and a half. Get yourself together, man.
All right, hold on.
Hey, as my boy Mikey Shoe say, hey, tighten up, man. Tighten up.
All right.
All right.
Take 2.
Hey, how you doing? It's your boy DJ Big Mike. God damn. Dude, can we?
That's
All
all good,
right, hold on.
my guy.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy TJ, the mayor. Trying to shout out JC's Quality Constructions. You can hit him up at 734-652-9715. He's got everything from 2x4 to the key to the front door. I'm telling y'all, hit him up, man. Remodeling, finished carpentry. He's the shit at it, man. And I'm gonna give you guys some insight after he does some shit at my house. I'm gonna post some pictures of my crib. I never do that, but I will because I want you guys to see the progress. I'm gonna do some before pictures and after pictures. So yeah, JC's Quality Construction, Jason Cole, hit him up. And if you mention Beyond the Tracks podcast, you will get 15% off all materials. That's 15% off all materials. Take it away, Rome.
I'm gonna shout out my boy Cheat Designs Custom. There you go.
I thought you was gonna jingle jangle him up.
Bro,
You know?
you better edit this up.
No, there's no editing. There's no
raw.
editing. So we raw.
I'm gonna holler at my man Lloyd Cheat at Cheat Designs. Custom wearable art and prints. You can hit him up at www.cheat-designs.com for all your wearable art, your custom t-shirts, your custom hats. That's my guy.
Well, Lloyd Cheatham, at least we made it through yours. without the foolery.
We're gonna hit them candles then, player.
Then we got We Handle Candles. What up, though, y'all? Check this out, man. We Handle Candles has got some new line for y'all, man. We always had the fucking Fruit Loops and citronella joints right here in the studio. But check this out. Popping up on the screen right now is the new candles. It is the it's the October special, Halloween special candles. These are really fucking awesome. They've been selling like crazy. And last time I talked to people at We Handle Candles, Stelios and Kayla, they are moving fast and like it's literally limited. She's only making so many of them. He's only making so many of them. So go hit them up. Dope. And you can hit them up at We Handle Candles on Facebook, and they can hook you up. Special shout out to my boy Stelios and Spooky Films. That is the guy that did the intro, and he's got some really cool stuff coming up. He's doing a haunted house this year. Right here in Monroe. He's got a spooky bowling.
Yeah,
about to pop off.
I like it.
So pay attention to We Handle Candles and pay attention to Spooky Films. They got a lot of cool stuff going on here in Monroe.
Spooky! Oh,
Spook.
That might be his new tag. Hey, Spooky back here taking the shit. I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
Yeah, silly.
Oh man, what the fuck y'all talking about today?
I don't know, man. I don't feel like we are like doing this right today, but I love it.
Yeah, that's right. Can't get no writer.
Right.
If we're gonna stay with quotes from
Friday.
Fuck. Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Right.
What you want to talk about, bro?
Right.
You know what I watched again?
What?
You want me to break it down?
Hey, what'd you watch?
I've been back on my documentary shit.
Docs. I love documentaries. Man, I can watch documentaries every day, like all day, if I didn't have a job and kids.
Yeah.
Seriously, like
You are a documentary like addict.
You know what I love about documentaries is I can watch a documentary on fucking anything.
Facts.
Like it doesn't have to be one subject, and I think that's why I love documentaries because it doesn't help me out.
What's your favorite?
Rome, that's what the fuck you want to do? That's where you want to go right now?
You gonna go right there?
Do you want to go right there?
I'm
Like,
straight
come
to
on,
the-
man. That's
straight to the
fucking
point.
so hard.
What's
And
your favorite?
I've watched 1,000 of them.
Okay.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, I know what my favorite one is.
Right.
I know what
Your
my
But
favorite document.
I have so many like runner-ups though that I could talk about. But my favorite, hands fucking down, is the 10-part series, Last Dance.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
wow.
And I've watched shit
Really?
with Bob Lazar. I've
Really?
watched the fucking outlandish shit. I've watched shit on Making Booze. I've watched shit on fucking Hitler. You know what I mean? Like I've watched documentaries on fucking everything.
Right.
But
That was-
nothing
that
was
was-
put
that was
together
good. That was
so fucking well. And it's 10-part series. And
Right.
I think the reason why I like it so much is because it's a documentary that I remember. I lived it.
Exactly.
And
You
I
lived
was
through
a
that
Bulls
era.
fan back
Right.
then. Like
You
that
lived
was
through that era.
Mike
Yeah.
remembers my whole
Right.
bedroom
Yeah.
was
Yes.
fucking Bulls.
Right.
I had
Everybody.
Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman shoes, bro.
Right.
I was a Dennis Rodman fan.
Yeah.
Like I was a Mike Jordan fan, but I was a Dennis Rodman fan because the motherfucker was different. From a
Right.
young age, I was like, that motherfucker just do what the fuck he wants to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna wear a dress, but I don't give a fuck. He wanted
know
to wear a
what you're
dress, so he fucking wore a dress.
Right.
Like he wanted to color his hair, so he colored his hair. I always thought that was fucking dope about him.
Yeah.
Right.
And his shoes was fucking so uncomfortable, but them bitches was hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say them Darwin's the first ones or the second ones.
The ones that was the Andre Agassi's that you tie up on the side he used to wear, and then he came out with his own that zipped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're like cloggers, but I don't give a fuck. Them bitches was hard, bro. But say The Last Dance, man. I mean, come on, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a 10-part series.
Yeah.
They're breaking down shit. I love the way they did. Sorry if I'm just going. Now you asked me a question. I don't know how to
ahead.
not talk about it.
Go, bro. That's why we're here.
We'll let you go. Then we'll sneak in stuff here and there.
Well, if you
drinking.
guys remember, this is what I love when documentaries do this. When they do 2 timelines.
Yeah, that's dope. I like
And
how
they
do
run
it
it
too.
linear,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how they were going back to the first championships to the last year. Like everything leading up to the last year. So the last year was a year, right? 365 days basically, let's just say.
Right.
Right?
That's
And you also
what a year
take
is, Nick.
but you also take the other storyline, which is this in the same amount of time, you're taking 5 years worth of shit.
Right.
Even more than that, because they even
Right.
go back to when he first got drafted. But I'm just saying, like the core of it. And I love that. I mean, it's really hard to do that. And the way they did it so well, and following
Yeah.
the right storylines, the Pippen
Yeah.
storyline, the Rodman storyline when he went rogue, the Steve Kerr storyline.
I understand.
Like all these different storylines were fucking major. Major.
You about to nerd out.
I nerd out the documentary. We could talk about a documentary about fucking Crips and Bloods, and I would nerd out
great
right now.
documentary to be your favorite. I can understand
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was it was special to me because once again I'm a Lakers fan. People know that about me. I'm a diehard Lakers fan. Been for years and decades, and Magic Johnson times. But when Jordan played for the Bulls, I was a Bulls fan. I had black and red shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had Jordans. Yeah. I mean, fuck, my son's name is Jordan Michael.
Right.
You know,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I was a Jordan fan. And then because I was a Jordan fan, I became a Bulls fan. Actually, I think before I was actually a North Carolina fan because Worthy played for North Carolina. And then Jordan played for North Carolina. I think that's how I became a Jordan fan. Jordan should have went to L.A. Damn.
Man, fuck that. Yeah. That motherfucker went to the Chi and put the Chi on the fucking map because the Chicago Bulls was trash. They was trash.
Yeah.
Before he came along, they was trash.
Absolutely.
And he was drafted.
He changed the game.
He was drafted just in time for your boy TJ the Mayor to shed light on this world. You know, 85.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you had to watch his whole career.
1985, dog.
Yeah, man. Yep, there you go.
And he break out the J.
Got him on my feet today. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you asked.
Right. He knew.
It's funny.
He knew what we was about to talk about.
And I still am. I like LeBron. As when you talk about the GOAT conversation, I was always a LeBron advocate. For being the GOAT. But Jalen Rose pointed out something that made me switch to say Jordan is the GOAT.
Yep. I know what you're about to say, but say it.
Jalen Rose said, you start with the first letter of GOAT, greatest. Okay, who has the greatest achievements? Mike got 6 to zip. 6. 6
in the finals.
LeBron don't got that. Mike got 3 back-to-back three-peats. LeBron don't got that. Mike was once Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron, he was the greatest. I'm like, so when you look at those numbers over time, that we talking about greatest. Greatest is who was the best at said, thing. Who was the top dog. I was like, that's a convincing argument. That switched me over. You're right. Mike is the greatest. And Mike is the GOAT.
And I hate, and I shouldn't say
on both sides of the floor.
On both sides, yes. See, and I don't want to say I hate. I'm just so against, like, why does there have to be a GOAT? But obviously there's always going to be a conversation.
Along with the, with 13-time All-Stars, along with all the other accolades.
And why does there have to be but why does there have to be a GOAT?
Right.
But if you're going to say the GOAT, I agree with you, Mike, all the way. And I was one too. And I used to always say this too. Because they always say LeBron's in this new era, he wouldn't have been able to play with the big boys. But my argument to that has always been, you're whatever era you're in, when you're great, you adapt.
Yep.
So LeBron would adapt to playing just like Jordan would adapt to playing the game now. You would have adapted because guess what? That's the era. When you're great, you adapt. That's part of being great. Now, physically, I used to think too, man, LeBron James is a physical specimen, man.
Right.
Like, how can you really put anybody over him? Even Kobe. You know what I mean? And Kobe, motherfuckers forgot about Kobe. They forgot about Allen Iverson. That's another one that should be mentioned.
Yes,
and I'm not saying that's GOAT, but when you talk about certain shit,
he top 20.
He was dope.
Yeah, top 20.
When you talk about Magic Johnson,
and the more I watch him, his stock rise.
When
He
you
top
talk
20.
about
He's
Magic-
in the top 5 of guards, I think.
Oh, yes.
I would tell you right now.
Point guards.
I would tell you right now,
Yes.
and I'll get back to the GOAT shit. But when you talk about when you mention a player like Magic Johnson, you have to mention Allen Iverson.
Right.
When you mention Allen Iverson, you got to mention John Stockton.
Yeah.
See, this is motherfuckers that
Right.
motherfuckers forget because the game was boring.
Yes.
Just like Tim
The game was
Duncan, I
different.
hate watching Tim Duncan,
He
but
got
guess what?
5 rings.
When I put that together my 5
On Kobe's watch.
when I put together my 5 on Kobe's when I
On
put together my
Kobe's
5,
watch.
I don't care how boring it is. If I'm putting together a team,
Yeah.
I'm grabbing Tim Duncan.
I literally told Caden, watch some Tim Duncan
Yeah.
tapes.
Yeah.
And he's, Caden's small, but
Right.
fundamentals. He was
All around good
perfect.
basketball player.
Stockton has some stats that'll never be touched.
Yeah.
That'll never ever be touched.
Well, it might be though.
You never know. Never
Because
say
the game
never,
is changing. That's why I say that.
Yeah,
The
but
game is fast now. It's,
yeah. But also, what I judge the GOAT to, what I judge as some GOAT shit in a team sport. If we was talking about GOATs of fucking tennis, it'd be different. If we're talking about GOATs of boxing, it'd be different. We're talking about a team sport. This is a major fucking factor. How much better do you make players around you?
around you, right?
This motherfucker made after he gave him a bunch of shit, these motherfuckers made Tony Kukoc a motherfucking dog.
Yeah.
They made Steve Kerr a motherfucking dog. They made John Paxson a motherfucker. Don't get me nerding out, bro.
Yeah.
John Paxson?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I put that nigga in my. See, now you
Mike
got me. Now you got me going. I put John Paxson in lyrics back in fucking
he ain't even a
2003,
nigga.
bro.
Mike wrong with everybody.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm talking about
That should be
fucking.
$10.
I'm talking about motherfucking what's his name? Ron
Harper.
Ron Harper. Man, Ron Harper wouldn't know who Ron Harper was, bro.
Nah, he was nice. I mean, he was nice though.
I'm not trying
but when
to
they picked him
but
up,
what I'm saying is, if Ron Harper had to go carry a team, he wouldn't have been nice. Jordan made people nice. He made you. He made you
got nicer.
want to get nice because you don't want to disappoint Daddy.
Facts.
That's the difference.
Facts.
LeBron has respect of his peers, but not respect like that. He doesn't have, I'll run through a wall, and then when I get done doing that, I'll run across coal. When I get done doing that, I'll stab my eyes with needles. And when I get done doing that, he doesn't have that leadership that Mike had. Mike and here's the thing, Mike. What that documentary shows you, Mike had leadership in a different way. He had that bro black type leadership. I fucking hate you,
and that's
but I'll do anything for you.
That's what I was going.
I love you that much. I hate you, but I love you so much. I'll do anything for you.
I was going to tell
they don't make them like that no more.
But two things can be true.
Kobe was like that.
You don't always have to lead like that, though. I think LeBron leads in his way, and for this era, it works. He went to 8 straight.
I don't think it works though.
You don't think so? They do went to 8 straight
As well, it works, but it doesn't work as well as Mike's.
Oh, my thing is for LeBron has always been
for his situation. It's all situation.
Y'all talk to GOAT, but to me, LeBron is not clutch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah.
I put him in the clutch.
Three seconds left in the game.
His numbers say he's the best that ever did it.
You down by one. I don't know if I really want the ball in your hands with 3 seconds.
With 3 seconds.
What? No, not with 3 seconds.
LeBron
maybe with like
creates.
8 because he can create. Not with like 3 seconds. Jordan, you throw that bitch in.
I see what you're saying.
He pulling up wherever the fuck he at, and probably 80% of the time he gonna hit that shit. Kobe's the same way. Yeah,
Kobe's the same way.
Yeah. So that's I gauge it a little bit like that too.
Okay.
But, yeah, that's a great doc though.
It's a great doc, and one of my favorite parts because y'all know the new TJ. Now I shouldn't say the evolved TJ, and I try to look into spiritual shit. Y'all know that about me, man. When they went to the motherfucking when they went to that Phil Jackson shit, talking about being
that's a triangle.
Right.
Come on,
that's
man.
when the triangle came out.
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about the spiritual.
Oh,
shit.
You're talking about when they went to the like little.
Bro, I was all in. Like,
that's what's up,
man.
though. That's a good job.
I like this shroom eating, smoking
that's
weed,
a good job,
motherfucker.
Bro.
Like this is what.
Yeah.
Anybody that can, because the way
let
that
me
he
ask
did
you
Dennis
this:
Rodman.
when you first seen that, did you go and try to meditate?
No,
you didn't.
No.
Yeah, I did.
You did? You tried to meditate?
Yeah.
And then you got hungry.
Exactly.
Meditation makes you hungry, bro. You ever meditate?
And I had to poop.
It does. Have you ever meditated?
You never meditated?
What do you call meditating? It depends on.
There's all types of.
It depends on what do you call.
But
I'm talking about sitting in a quiet room,
clear your mind,
and trying to clear your mind.
Like you're
actually I've been
trying
doing
to be
that
weightless.
lately.
Basically, what I call it is trying to be weightless. That's the way that I try to meditate because there's so many things going on in my head. You know what I mean? I have so many things going on in life.
Right.
My meditation is literally trying to be weightless, like be light as a feather. I know this might sound crazy to some people, but if you think about it, the metaphor of holding a lot of weight and holding things on your shoulders, holding the world on your shoulders, holding responsibilities on your shoulders, right? You take all that off, you know what I mean? You might be able to fucking float. Yeah. I'm just saying that's the way I look at it. So when I say like meditating to me is like trying to get in such a state to where you feel like nothing. There's nothing on you. Like you're literally a naked being. I know that might sound crazy. I'm not trying to say naked.
I ain't never done that.
I don't do it naked. I don't do it naked. I don't do it naked. But I'm just saying. I'm talking about like there's nothing.
I know what you're
on
saying,
you.
bro. Yeah.
There's nothing. Your heart is.
Yeah.
There's nothing weighing on your heart. There's nothing weighing on your shoulders. There's physical, mental, and I've only been able to get there a couple times. But I have tried meditating. But no. But what I'm saying though is I do.
You did some shrooms and smoked some weed though.
No, I didn't. I see what you tried to catch me. But with Phil Jackson and the way that he handled everybody's situation, He handled Mike exactly how he was supposed to handle Mike. The relationship they had and the relationship Dennis had and the relationship Steve Kerr had, those are all individually like great relationships.
Yeah,
but they're all different.
He was a counselor.
And it worked.
Yeah, he was a counselor.
And he knew. That motherfucker was I almost said puppet master. That would have been a bad word because that means like you're manipulating. Like he was a
Zen master.
Like the Zen master, man, like the fucking Yoda or something of all these different personalities. Scotty having problems with his contract and shit and not wanting to play. Like he got motherfuckers to do shit, man, that no other person would have got to do.
He understood the importance of relationship over, work it over the work. You get the best out of people when you have a great relationship with them.
I want you to remember that when I talk about my favorite doc.
Okay.
Remember that quote.
I will. You get the best out of people when you have a great relationship.
And you're absolutely right, man, because you can't. If I don't trust you, the man, I can't trust you, the coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I don't trust you, the player. You know what I mean? If I don't trust you, the man, I don't trust you, the player neither. It goes both ways.
But
Kobe said that
how
shit
you
too.
trust people? You know how you trust or how you learn to trust or how you earn trust with a person? You show them the areas in your life where you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
And you show, you expose that to them and you see how they react. And that's how you can gauge if this person is trustworthy. If I can, if I can show them more or if I could, invest more time, effort, or energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
No, you're absolutely right.
I like that.
that was one of those things you gauge with, when you deal with people.
And one last thing, man, I'll say about this documentary, because there had so many different parts that was just hit me in all different types of ways. But one of the things, man, and this is just me being my competitive nature, that motherfucking scene where he's got the baseball bat in the locker and he's smoking that cigar before practice.
Hey, listen to what he said.
And that motherfucker
He's smoking a cigar in the locker. This is a professional athlete in the locker room smoking a cigar,
And he probably had some
with
bourbon.
a baseball bat. Come on, man.
Well, he talked
Come
about it
on,
before. He was like,
man.
what'd you do today? He was like, this before practice. He was like, with golfing.
On camera.
Had a couple beers. You know what I mean? All that shit. Like, this is before practice.
Bro,
You know what I mean?
I would feel, if I was a professional athlete, I would feel disrespected. This dude is literally in the locker room smoking. Not a square, not a Newport. He got a whole cigar with a baseball bat.
Hey, this might be...
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
No, you
talk
go
that
ahead.
shit.
You go ahead.
I know,
bro.
because I'm
would
what you say
feel-
right now, the way you expressing it, I want to talk to Lloyd Cheetah. And I want Cheat Designs, make me one of those. Make me one of those
Ooh,
posters or
yeah.
T-shirts of
That's
him,
hard.
the way he's looking up
Yeah.
at that baseball bat
Yeah.
with that cigar
Yeah.
in his mouth. You know what I mean? That motherfucking Churchill. I know what it was. That motherfucking the long stick. You know, you cigar.
Was it lit? I can't remember.
It was a
lit.
Churchill.
Yeah.
It might not have been lit,
No, it was
though.
lit.
Was it
Oh,
lit?
it was lit.
Because I don't want to put
Churchill,
nothing
bro.
on him. Did they?
The
It was
motherfucker
lit.
smoking the
Yeah,
Churchill
with a baseball
with a fucking
bat.
baseball bat. Like, okay, you motherfuckers.
In
This
the
was his
locker room.
mindset.
Right.
Okay,
All right.
you motherfuckers.
It's on. Okay. Yeah.
Because the
Absolutely.
greatest thing about him was he manipulated his own mind.
Yep.
Do you know how crazy it is to be able to manipulate yourself?
Right.
He manipulated himself.
Facts.
Like that one story about the dude when he said, great game, Mike, like in a shitty way.
Right.
And then he admitted
turned
that
it
never
around,
happened.
yeah.
But in his mind, he made it happen.
Yeah.
He would literally psych himself out.
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
bro,
go
that's
hard.
GOAT status, bro.
Right. To go
That's
hard.
GOAT shit.
Yeah.
Or
And I get that.
Or schizophrenia.
Right.
One of the two. We don't really know. But it worked for him. Hey.
I know this motherfucker.
can we
I know
just say
this.
this,
I know
though,
this
too?
motherfucker is Benjamin Button because this motherfucker has been the same age now for 30 years.
For real. His eyes got dark. He drinking that good liquor.
That motherfucker eye.
Drinking that good liquor.
He looked like
Drinking that-
he looked like
drink-
favorite
drink-
uncle,
listen,
don't he?
Yeah,
drinking that
he
pain.
He looked like
he
everybody's
still
favorite
dropped 30
uncle.
though. He looked like he still dropped 30 though.
Oh, there's a hold on.
Right
I gotta,
now.
before I forget, there's a fucking meme. It's one of my favorite memes too. Is they said, and I don't even know if this is real, but it's a meme. They said a reporter asked Mike, "Can your 97 Bulls beat the 2000 whatever Warriors when they had KD and all this shit?" And he said, "Yeah, by about 2 or 3 points."
Right.
They were like, "Why you things go close?" And he goes, "Well, because we're all over 50 now."
Right.
I'm like, boom, mic drop.
Yeah. Right. Right.
That's facts.
Right.
That's
Oh
facts.
man,
That's
great
what's up.
fucking documentary, man. I'm glad you said documentary. That got me more. I don't
That
even know
is
what
a
the
great
fuck, but that's a
documentary.
great fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some great shit to talk about. That's some great shit.
And you know what? Like, I got that on the bootleg before it even came out. You know, my boy.
Bootleg.
Shout out to Brad Roberts, B Rad in the building.
Is bootleg still a thing now?
Yeah, it's a thing,
I
bro.
think everything bootleg's so professional.
Do
now,
people
like,
still got DVD players?
No, it wasn't like that. It, like
Oh.
he sent me
sent
the
it to
file.
you, the file, right. I
He
was
sent
saying,
me
do
the
people-
file in my email.
When he said bootleg, I'm thinking of
Same different.
Right.
The new age bootleg.
Right.
Send me that file, bro.
right.
Not, hey, give me that DVD.
Hey, he said bootleg. I was thinking about when you watching the movie and then somebody go
Walk
across
past.
the street.
Yeah, that still happened too. That still happened
People still
on
people
them
still
streets.
doing
Yeah,
that?
on them streaming services.
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
Sometimes you
Stop playing.
Yeah, on the Fire Stick, bro.
I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah.
Bro.
Hey,
It'll be the kid.
I am successful enough in life
come
that
out tomorrow.
I never want to watch a bootleg movie again.
But let me tell you,
Ain't nothing wrong.
my
I like
bootleg was
bootlegs though.
fire. When it came out on Netflix, it looked exactly the same.
Who or what?
The Last Dance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They literally they announced that. I called Brad and I said, bro, whenever you can get me this, get it for me.
Yeah.
He sent it to me that night.
You know what's gonna happen?
I said, damn.
You know what's gonna happen? So tomorrow, somebody's gonna get this, or when this releases, somebody's gonna get this out to Michael Jordan, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see a meme, and he's gonna go, and I took that personal. Because you
Oh, shit.
remember how everything he took
shit.
personal?
yeah,
And I took that
shit
personal.
right. Right.
Yeah, we don't
Come on,
we don't
Mike.
really want Mike on our bad side.
You asked me, Ron. What about you? What
But you know what?
fuck with?
I'm gonna tell you.
Are you a documentary guy in the first place?
Absolutely.
Though? Are you? Okay.
Yeah, but my documentary is more outside of the box. And when it initially came out, we didn't look at it as a documentary. Okay, hear me out on this.
Docu-movie?
My documentary,
Or
my favorite
docu-series?
documentary, is Crush Groove. Now
That's
the movie
a
Crush Groove,
documentary.
exactly. Looking at
Yeah.
it from now, it is a documentary.
It is.
Because a
Watching
majority
it when
of it
I
was
was
true.
young,
It is.
It was all true. Well, no,
They
I
were
shouldn't
all
say it was all.
playing
I shouldn't say it was all true.
They were
but-
all playing themselves.
Exactly, they were playing themselves. They were
In
showing
in
you
their position.
and how they
Yeah.
came, how they got on, how they came up,
Yeah.
how and
Is that like
and
a
truthfully,
biodoc maybe or auto? Like
What do you call that? Yeah.
that movie was really one. I would
Because
say
Rick Rubin was Rick Rubin.
right. I would say that was like the birth.
Rush was Rush.
Yeah, but
hip-hop.
he didn't play.
No, he was in the
Russell,
movie.
was in the movie.
But Russell Simmons didn't play himself.
himself. No, he didn't play himself. yeah,
The
no.
other light skinned
Yeah,
pretty dude
right,
that was.
yeah.
That
Right.
was
Oh,
back
right,
then.
right,
Yeah,
right.
he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
play
But
himself.
he
Yeah.
put himself in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in there, but he didn't play himself. But Rick Rubin played
Yeah.
himself. Curtis Blow played himself.
And I
Run
think that
DMC
was
played
a,
theyself.
I think that was the movie for the, like I say, the birth of hip hop, man. I think that's kind of where I mean, obviously it was going on before that.
That's when
but
I
on
think
the
that's when
big
people
screen,
realize
That's what made it
this
natural.
is
Thank you.
real.
This
This ain't a
real.
fad.
Exactly.
Yeah. Facts.
And every time I watch that, once again, I grew up through the birth of hip hop, so I do feel ownership, in the culture and whatnot because we created that. And when I say we, I'm talking about people who grew up in that era,
Yeah.
in the 80s,
Yeah.
the 80s babies.
Yeah.
Long story short, when you look at Crush Groove from a lens now and reflect back on it, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a documentary.
Yeah.
And I see why they had Full Force. Full
Right.
Force was hip hop.
Right.
Sheila E. was hip hop in early hip hop. If you understand what I'm saying, the origins and where hip hop came from,
Yeah.
and how hip hop started.
Yeah.
The influences. I think it was a great story. I think it was a great reflection on how this thing started. And it's something to look back on.
Just throwing off the vibe.
You're talking too much. But
Yeah,
no,
I love it. Yeah,
that is such a different way to look at it because I
It
would have
is.
never thought about that because you said it's not supposed to be a documentary,
Right.
but it is.
right. And,
Like-
and now that he said that, now I'm thinking different about like the Wu-Tang story. That's a biodoc. That's
It
I
is,
mean,
yeah.
that's a doc
Yeah.
movie. I don't know
Right,
what do you
right,
call it.
right,
I gotta
right.
figure out what you call those because it's really like some things are changed and some things to make it more entertaining.
Right.
Yeah,
But it's still
But the essence of it,
the essence
yeah.
of it, yes, is
Yeah,
true.
but they're not playing themselves though. It's
Which is
actors
true.
playing
Yeah,
them.
actors
No.
playing
So
them.
it
Yeah.
does make it
But-
a
True.
series. That
But
I
in
like
season
it.
2, maybe they will. We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know that yet.
We don't know.
But
Or in
still,
season
like,
12.
if I remember correctly, is it Crush Groove where LL Cool J?
Yes.
Yeah,
was in
LA
it
was
too,
in
right?
That's all of hip hop. Yeah, yes. And to me, that was the that was the dopest Run DMC.
And what's crazy is
that was the dopest. Even the way they
Leo-
shot
was
it,
Leo
the way
Corn-
they
Corn?
promoted
he
their
said that was
music.
real. That
Yeah.
literally happened. That is exact. He
Yeah.
said that's exactly the way it
Happened.
happened. He said he
walked
had
in.
two.
How he bust up in the motherfucker?
He bust in.
Right.
He had 2 dudes with him. He said they was scared as shit. They thought he was like this gangster dude. And then all of a sudden he
And
come
then,
out
was a
box.
gangster.
And then all of a sudden it's music.
Right.
He was like, oh shit,
Right.
that's dope.
Think about how crazy the '80s was, man. Because it wasn't all this fucking commercial and the corporate
lived
bullshit. And I'm just saying, like, being if you was in the music industry, then there wasn't an industry yet.
Nope.
Right.
So like
was
when we
pure.
talked about,
It
how we
was
we had
pure.
that episode, the DJ, the MC, and the house party.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when we was talking about that first house party. That was in the Bronx. In the Bronx.
The park party.
No,
You know about that first house party?
the first party was actually in a project building. In the community room.
With
Cool
DJ
Herc.
Kool Herc?
Cool Herc.
Yeah. The biggest one was at the park.
That was the biggest one, but the first one on record that they can remember that was like the who's who was there.
Oh, it's in the
Right.
project at the basketball court. In the projects.
No, it was in a building.
Oh, that's not.
The first one is in a
I'm
building.
gonna have to look that up.
It's.
I'm gonna have to Google
I'm
that.
telling you, you don't got to Google. I'm telling you. Yeah, I know. I've seen that shit too. But yeah, no, I'm talking about the first. It was 1979. You know what I mean? That was like the first real house party.
First documented house party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying
Hit your
is,
Googlers.
if you go back to that time and
If
what
you're
you're
listening.
talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about as far as like think about like back in those times. All these people knew each other. Nobody was big. Nobody was really getting money from the industry. It was a lot of other ways you were
Ain't
getting
nobody
money.
started getting money from the industry till about
Well,
2013.
Exactly.
What did they
For
talk
real.
about in Crush Groove? What was the club? Because that was a real club too.
The rooftop.
Yes. So that was a real club, right? Mm-hmm. And then they also talked about another club that was they called it something else, but it was in reference to another big club in New York, the Tunnel.
The
I
Tunnel,
think,
yeah.
Which a lot of hip hop artists in New York talk about the Tunnel. The Tunnel still, I think the Tunnel might still be popping, but it was like that was a spot. Like if you that was your platinum record, the Tunnel. If you got to perform there, and they was like the Apollo. If they ain't boo your ass off or whoop your ass, you were successful.
Hey, you know what the fuck it is? That's like let's keep it homegrown. That's like the motherfucking Shelter and motherfucking St. Andrews.
Facts.
You know what I mean? That was our shit.
Facts.
In Detroit.
And
if you
even,
did-
yeah, that's different. What was the one in? Was it in Pontiac?
Clutch Cargos. Sorry, I had a
Clutch
flashback.
Cargos.
Clutch Cargos. You remember
Yeah.
Clutch
Clutch
Cargos? The 3-story joint. We used to call it church.
Yeah.
They was banging on Sundays.
But what's it called? It's
And
called
everybody be
something
like, "What you doing
different
on Sunday? Going to church?"
Yeah.
Clutch
Man,
Cargos. You remember
Crush
Clutch
Groove.
Cargos?
Man, I got it. Man, I bet you.
We went. I think he might have been. I think we might have went together one time.
Probably.
No.
I used to hit
I
Clutch
think
And
Cargos.
Lucas
upstairs-
performed there. Whip performed there a couple times.
Downstairs was hip hop. Downstairs was.
No, not at Clutch Cargos. You thinking
Then
of,
what
you
I'm thinking- no, I'm thinking of
he's
Spot and
of the
Wine
Frog.
Dot. I'm thinking
of
of Spot
senior
and
or not
Wine Dot.
senior Frog. What was the one off
No, it had
Fork? You thinking of the one? Remember Scotty played the drums?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay,
in
yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah,
this
no,
is
I'm
No, that wasn't in Detroit. I know
know-
what you're talking about. You're talking about where Lucas came in second in the
Yes.
competition. No, I'm talking about another spot. I think Smitty, because Smitty was our DJ. I got video. We'll bring it up. Anyway, back to
That's
Crush
what happened when
Groove.
you get old. Yeah.
Because I'm 50.
trying to think now.
But yeah, Crush Groove was it was just a good movie, man. It's,
Yeah.
every time I watch it now, I watch it from start to finish, and I find out something new. I hear something new, and I be like, oh, that's why that is, or that, you know what I mean? And it just intrigues me.
And these, and all the people that's in that really made that happen were geniuses.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Young
all
geniuses.
Of them,
Yep.
all of them are like amazing
Young geniuses
to this
Yep.
day. Yeah, and they did some shit that was before their time.
Yeah, way before the time. Way before
And
the
they
time.
and the thing is, they paid for that themselves. It wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't a lot of corporate
Yeah.
money back
Sure
then.
wasn't.
You know what I mean?
And they set it off. They set it off for a lot of things to come behind them.
And they were
Because
acts.
look at all
If
the
you look at, they were acts.
but look
They
at all
wasn't
the
just-
movies that happened after
Right.
that
After that.
that actually had real performers or real people in them or
Yep.
real hip hop
Playing
in them.
characters.
Yep.
Playing like
Yeah.
think about this. Think about this. Hey, let's go back for a second. So Breaking. Electric Boogaloo, right? You got Ice-T as an MC.
Right.
In real life,
Yeah.
Ice-T
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
from LA to New York
Yeah.
to start MCing parties and stuff to be in the scene.
Yep.
So we're talking about like that's real life action. There's people in these like little cameos in some of these movies. That's real life action. That's what I'm saying. Like it would so I get what you're saying. Like it wasn't supposed to be a documentary, but really,
If you
these
look
shits
at
are
it, yeah.
documentaries.
They're
bro.
right. They're writing
or
about
they're-
what
or
they
at
You'd be
least
like, oh,
they're
that's
movies
so and
about- yeah.
so. You'd be like, oh, he in this. You'd be surprised how many other rappers that you didn't even realize was in it. You'd be like,
Yes.
oh, that's what's the name. You know, when he was a
Yes.
young
Yeah,
dude.
'cause
That's
they
like
wasn't shit. What's that?
8 Mile. 8 Mile. Sarah Stokes that was with Diddy
Oh,
and them
yeah.
for making the band. Like old boy that your man's Cleveland. It was one of his mans was part of the Papa Doc's crew.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Doc was an actor, but the one of the dudes, two of the dudes under him was actual
that
rappers
was
in
Cleveland's
Detroit.
homeboy. What was
Cleveland's
his
homeboy. I
name?
can't think of his name right now. Because that's when we were supposed to get Proof for that party before Proof died. That was set up through him. That was all day man's. But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like even like 8 Mile and different shit. Like
Actually,
how you
in
got,
8 Mile, the big dude that was in that movie, that was Cleveland. That was he was molded after him. Real talk. Real talk.
And you know what's funny? Is when he said we were supposed to get Proof for that party. I totally forgot about that. I never even thought
Wasn't
about
that supposed
it
to be at Links to Lake Erie?
until this day.
Yeah, that was supposed to be at Links
until
to Lake
this
Erie,
day.
yeah.
When you
I-
just said that, I was like, dang,
I
you
still
right.
have I gotta get my hard
We
drive
had-
fixed,
right.
but I still have that flyer.
Dang.
On my Mac.
Shout out
because I
Proof.
transferred it
yeah,
over.
shout out Big Proof, man. Yeah, damn. That was Cleveland.
Yeah, because a lot of people thought it was Bizarre.
Yeah, but Bizarre
Yeah.
wasn't
But
around.
that
Bizarre was a
wasn't-
fat killer. He wasn't around. He
Yeah,
wasn't.
That wasn't.
Yeah.
That was. He played. He was Cleveland.
Right.
Is like the way he moved and the way.
shit.
Yeah, yeah, that was
That
Cleveland.
all makes sense now. Yeah, because Bizarre didn't come to.
Because a lot of people was like, oh, that dude was supposed to be Bizarre, and I'm like, nah, that's my man Cleve.
Damn. Okay. I get my bad. I thought I was
Cleve,
doubting you for a
Cleve
second.
was gonna be in the movie, but he couldn't get he don't act. He just a street dude. You know what I mean? Like so like he couldn't act shit, and he couldn't. You
So
know.
was his mama.
Yeah.
I worked with his mama. Cutthroat. Union rep Cutthroat.
Right.
Deb in the building. Shout out to Deb, man. I ain't seen her in a couple of decades, but damn, yeah.
Yeah, remember we all worked together.
She was
I won't say with the facility.
She was a
yeah.
staffing coordinator
Yeah, and she was a union rep.
and a union rep. And a
She was
scary,
a hard.
scary
She was
union
hard. When she come down the hall,
Right.
they'd be like, all right, y'all.
right. Deb,
Shit. Okay.
Deb coming.
All right.
Deb
Yeah, no, we're taking care of it. Don't worry. You don't have to. No, you don't have to be repping. We got this. Yeah, no,
That
you
shit
all
was
good.
driving
No,
me
it's
crazy.
starting to get me on my fucking nerves. But anyway, man, that's a great fucking rock or a doc. Great rock. I want to say rock doc. That's a great
Yeah.
fucking doc,
Yeah.
man. That wasn't even a doc.
Right. It wasn't
Shit,
even really
what-
a doc. Yeah.
what is that
Until you
on
look
right
at it
now?
now. If you look at it now, you'd be like,
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
oh, okay.
What is
yeah.
that? What is that on?
That's Sheila E.
I bet
You'd
you.
be
I
like-
bet you can find it on.
It's on everything. Right.
Man, god damn it.
I bet you
They
can
got
find
these
it on
things up there.
Amazon.
Yep.
Cause I bought some shit on Amazon.
For $3.99.
They've been taxing me lately,
Yeah.
bro. I went back and oh shit! Can I have a runner up real quick before you say yours?
Nah, because we're gonna get too deep in it. Cause nah, go ahead. I'm just fucking with you.
No, you're right. No, we're gonna go way too deep in it.
If we have time, we'll go back.
Okay.
Will you remember?
I'll
Because you
definitely
30 something, so I wouldn't remember.
I'll just say it and then we'll come back around to it because you guys might not have watched it, so we won't talk about. But Defiant Ones,
Never seen it. Wait, unless you tell me about it.
Defiant Ones.
Who in it? I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's all about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine.
No, I don't know about it.
It is the cold.
We'll come back to that.
I don't
If
know.
I got to put them in categories, sports would be The Last Dance.
Okay.
Hip hop, would 100% be Defiant Ones.
Over the Black Album?
Not even hip hop, music.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that a documentary?
I'm sorry. Over the Black Album?
Is that a documentary?
Yeah.
The Black Album?
That's the documentary.
Okay, let's not get sidetracked.
Shit. No, I still say Defiant Ones, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it goes all the way back to I'm talking about
the Blackout. I mean, what was it called? Not the Blackout, but
it was called the because they had the Black
depends,
Album. It was called the Black Album with the DVD.
Right. Mm-hmm. But that DVD was the
bro. They go all the way back to the World Class Wrecking Crew.
yeah.
And Alonzo or Fonzo, whatever the fuck his name. They go back, and with Jimmy Iovine, they go back to fucking Tom Petty, and they go back to what's his name? Not Bruce Springsteen. No. Damn, I'm having a brain fart right now. But yeah, no, sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Because Wolf, know I'll fucking go.
Right. So we got sports.
Yeah.
We got music.
Yeah.
And then mine is a combination of music and business, which are two of my favorite things.
I already know
in the
music.
world.
Okay, go ahead.
I got to go with the Black Godfather, the Clarence Avant.
Blacktivism is what I like to call it.
Bro, the
Activism?
Clarence Avant story.
Yeah.
Bro, you ain't seen that?
No, I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. I need to watch it.
Bro.
I'm missing out.
It's one of those documentaries where you go, fuck, I had no clue.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you
like
go,
that.
there's another one that goes, I am so fucking motivated. I watched it again last night, and I'm like, literally, I woke up different.
So, I mean, like, explain to me, is it like a rags to riches type story?
No,
I mean,
man,
I'm asleep.
it's Clarence Avant was T.J. Madison. He started in the 1950s, but he's still, I think, or 60s. Clarence Avant is, I think it's 88, 89 now. He's still alive.
Okay.
He managed to just put people in a room first and foremost to make shit happen.
Okay.
Right? So like he was the guy, and he always said, what did he say? He got a Emmy or something like that. He said, I don't make movies, I make deals.
Yeah, or was it an award for music? No, it was an achievement award, lifetime achievement award.
Music.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he said,
like,
I don't make music, I make deals.
I make deals.
Yeah.
And he said it just like that, and the whole crowd was like, everybody that
knew him.
Right.
Everybody that's somebody that knows something of who he is was like, oh shit, the Godfather has spoken. That's exactly what he does.
So, literally, like, I'll be honest, TJ, I had heard the name, never really understood it. TJ put me up on him probably a few years ago, just by mentioning his name, because he had said something to me on the lines of, like, man, I don't want to shine, I don't want to do that. I just want to put people in a room, and then whatever happens, like, they can make the magic, right. And then when the Black Godfather came out, he was like, dude, remember Clarence Avant? I'm like, no. He's like, they got a documentary out, and I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. I think I've watched that 20 times.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
At least.
I'm sleeping. Yeah.
You got to check it out. And the same year that came out, Q came out, which was about Quincy Jones. And they're best friends.
Okay.
And they all, those two documentaries, if you watch one, watch the other one. So watch Quincy and watch the Black Godfather on Clarence Avant, because they go kind of hand in hand. Okay. Quincy's definitely a more music part of it, but the Black Godfather is,
he's just business.
You know what? You know what? Because you had an analogy about it, I'll say an analogy about it. So we were talking about Trick Earlier, the FX joint that Trick did, Bimmy, Deb, Big U, Hip Hop Uncovered, Haitian Jack, Hip Hop Uncovered. Clarence Avant, if they did Hip Hop Uncovered in 1975, Clarence Avant would have been one of the people that was featured. Okay. So the shakers and movers is what we're talking about.
Well, even, I mean,
he's a shaker and mover.
This dude has made deals happen from
shaker and mover.
Bruh. He's
a shaker and mover.
He's made deals happen from Sammy Davis Jr. Damn near. That was his partner.
Sammy?
But I mean, he goes back that far. right? To Mary J. Blige, to Jamie Foxx, to President Bill Clinton, to Jimmy Carter, to President Obama, to he has been in Hank Aaron. I mean, all these people, like he got them what they should get.
Is he an agent?
He was kind of he don't really have a title.
Well, he actually says this in the documentary. He says when they try to ask him, they say, well, what would you say that your title is? And he goes, I don't know. I just make it happen. Shit, hell, that's how he talks.
Goddamn.
Shit, hell, goddamn,
Just make it happen.
I just
It is what it is.
make shit happen.
Just make it happen.
But my favorite part of that documentary was when he told the story about Coca-Cola. He was trying to get a deal for Hank Aaron, wasn't it? And he marched into the head of Coca-Cola's office, and this has been confirmed by other people.
Yes.
He walks into the office, marched into the office, and says, "Hey, niggas drink Coke too," and walked out because they were trying to deny him the sponsorship or whatever they call it back then, the deal money or whatever. And he's like, basically saying like, if you really want to make shit happen, you have to cross over in the black community as much as you don't want to. Guess what? And they're in Atlanta. You know what I mean? They're literally based in Atlanta. Like he said,
and to break that down of why he did that and why he felt that way is because Hank was a friend of his first and foremost, but he was coming up on breaking Babe Ruth's home run record. So I think when he went into Coke, I want to say he was at 713, something like that. I think he said. Well, then Coke responded, but by the time Coke responded, he had hit like 700 and I think it was 16 or 17. So of course he pretty much hit him with the Joey crack. Right. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Right. Exactly.
But give him his money.
Right.
I mean, and he's done stuff, man, for
Michael Jackson,
getting people like
he got Michael Jackson out of that whole deal that happened with
Sony.
There was something with Sony, and because it was supposed to be for that for the soundtrack. Like for that soundtrack, and it was all done and shit. And somebody in that meeting goes, he's talking, and everybody, the whole room's listening, and somebody in that meeting goes, who the fuck is this? And everybody like looked at him like, who the fuck are you?
Right. Yeah.
Like, don't interrupt this man. Like, you know who this fuck? You got to watch it, Rome. That's the type of presence he had. Okay. He just made shit happen. Yes. He just knew all the right people.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he called, oh my God, what was his name? He was one of the first black congressmen, I think out of Georgia. The
one that just recently died? The one that marched with King?
Was it?
The one that marched Selma?
No, he's still alive. It's Andrew Young.
The guy that
Andy Young?
He's still alive.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was like he just did shit like he just called him up. He was like, you running for congressman? Yeah. In Georgia? Yeah. Nigga, are you crazy?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I guess so. He was like, well, fuck it. I am too. I got some money for you. Yeah. And just went and met this, like, dude didn't know, nothing. He just went, he's like, here, I'm going to show you how to move. I'm going to show you how to do this so you can win.
Right.
He seemed like the way he moved was like a person that didn't have a filter, not only with his mouth, but just how he moved. Right. Like he was just very, very, like as genius as he is, he's very logical and like straightforward too. Like,
well, some
like
people,
it's like this, like he's like, it's just so simple as that's right there. Then what the fuck are we sitting here talking about? Let's just go get that right there. Right. You know what I mean? Why are we talking about how we're to go get it and all this? Let's just go get it. Right. We'll worry about that when we get there.
Right.
And a lot of people will say it's because who was his mentor that got him into the game? Joseph Gassel, I think it's, or Gassel.
Is that the one that owned?
He owned ABC Publishing.
That was it? Yeah, I knew it was something. It wasn't a record
he was
label,
also Al Capone's homeboy.
Yeah.
So a lot of people go, oh well, he had the push and the drive and all this stuff because he was backed by mob guys, right? Like how many black people back in the day was sponsored basically by mob guys, but if you look at the timeline, like he did a lot more shit after all that. You know what I mean? So I kind of go, I think that's just him. That's his personality. I'm telling you, he reminds me a lot of TJ because he just put people in rooms, man. And like you have to watch a room because it's like when you see little stuff and you go, it looks so easy. Like, why can't everybody do that? Because people don't have the mentality, they don't have the mindset. It's like,
or the balls.
Or yes, it's like going into.
This motherfucker had balls to walk into some of the office that he walked into.
Right. I mean, you're talking about Coke. You're talking about CBS. You're talking about,
we're not talking about like a record label.
Yeah.
We're literally talking about a media conglomerate, like like a Walt Disney, like shit like that. You're like, damn. And I take that as a compliment, man. But let me be fucking bring
your young
back.
Clarence Avant. It's coming. I can feel it.
I can see what you're saying because that's what you guys know. That's what I like doing. I love putting people together because I know just so many people. I know that, oh my God, that dude would really team up with that chick. So nice. She does this. They would fucking. I love when that shit comes together. But and so I know what you're trying to say. Mm-hmm. But Clarence Avant did it in a culture changing way.
Oh, for sure.
I might change a couple of things that happen in the city. This motherfucker changed the culture.
Right. But he started out culture. But he started out changing things in a small area.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. So I feel it. I feel it for you, bro. You're the young Clarence Avant. We're gonna talk about this when you're like 65. And you're gonna be like, damn, bro, you were right.
Tell you something else about 65 in a second, but and there's actually some tragic shit, man, too. Last year, you know that his fucking house, somebody did a home invasion, man, and killed his wife, bro.
Yeah,
the girl from she's on the documentary, man.
I saw that in the news.
Man.
Okay, now I'm putting two in. Yep.
Yeah, man, killed his wife, man.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's some dumbass home invasion. Like if they only knew whose house they was robbing, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
they would have just went on. Yeah.
But it's very tragic because that changes that man's the rest of his life. Like, you know when like people finally start getting their flowers outside of the people that know them. So outside of the black culture, when you start getting your flowers, like
he retired after that too. By the way, he literally said,
"That's what I'm saying." Though, like
nothing.
To be recognized everywhere now and get your flowers while you're still here is one of the things that a lot of these people that we're talking about don't get a chance to get, and he finally gets a chance to get it, especially with that documentary because that blew him up in a lot of people's households that didn't know who the fuck he was. And then something like that tragic happens, and it's like that's like your last years is supposed to be your best years. You know what I mean? And I just thought that was such a sad story, man, because like, damn, we got to do better, man. As human beings, like. Facts. You know what I mean? Like I put somebody doing the home invasion and killing his wife up there with like Nipsey. You know what I mean? Like
it's unnecessary.
Some unnecessary bullshit ended up fucking taking one of our fucking profits away. Right. You know what I mean? And it didn't take Clarence Avant away, but it took. I feel like it might have took his. It took a piece of him. It took the spirit out of this shit.
You got to check out too if you haven't. T is in Rome too. Once you watch the doc, I believe it's called. I think if you YouTube Conversations about the Black Godfather, I think it might be. It's literally his daughter. Right after the doc came out, it's his daughter and the filmmaker. Like that. It's only like 40 minutes long, but it kind of puts a lot of stuff too in perspective of like why all of a sudden, because people are like, why is he opening up so much now? Right. He's been low key. He's been in the back in the shadows the whole time. If you watch that, like it really breaks it down of how she and this filmmaker got him to open up and do different and say and tell stories that he told, which is dope. The filmmaker actually, his daughter said that if this filmmaker couldn't do it, because he was actually a friend of Clarence Avant's, if he couldn't do it, there would never be a doc.
Damn. That's heavy hitting shit, man. Because that's that motherfucking guy. And I love when Clarence Avant and Quincy, when they're in the room together and they're calling each other out on their bullshit, because you can tell they're two old best friends.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just talk shit.
Right. Yeah.
And I love that. He's not trying to be like.
He was like, you know what? Quincy was like, yeah, the mob, blah blah blah, and Clarence was like, they're just businessmen. Right. He was like, yeah, they're the mob. He was like, but they're businessmen.
Right.
He's like
Exactly.
basically you treat them as such. If you treat them as the mob, they're gonna treat you as they're the mob. If you treat them as businessmen, they're gonna treat you as
like
businessmen.
That's like I said. He said, yeah, I had to end up having a glass of wine. He said, glass of wine. Nigga, you was drunk. You was drunk. Yeah, don't call me that. No, I don't really drink like that. Oh, you was drunk. That's what happened. That's what he looked at the camera. That's what happened. He was drunk. It's like the grumpy old men if the grumpy old men were black. You know what I mean? It's just a great man. I just loved it, man. That's a good one.
What's
too,
crazy
man.
about that, and I'll end it with this is, it's crazy because most people don't know of Clarence Avant, but literally you have legends upon legends upon legends that are in the room with this man because of that man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's legends talking about a legend. When you're looking at the interviews and stuff like that, it's like, I mean, people are so heartfelt and basically just say like, this man changed my life. And it's people like Bill Clinton. It's people like it ain't just some dudes on the block. You know what I mean? You're talking about the presidents. I mean, he's helped 3 presidents of the United States get in office. 3.
That's real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Motivated. I might watch that shit again tonight.
No, that's my shit.
Right.
I fuck with a Black Godfather. That's a good one too, man. Damn, that's a really good one. Rome, you got to check it out.
I'm gonna have to.
You got to check it out and watch Quincy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Or it's called, is it called Quincy
It's
or
called Q.
It's called Q.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
Defiant Ones.
Okay. Define.
Ones.
Because I wanted to go back to this one because this is one of my favorites too. One of my runners up or top 5.
Well,
whatever.
unfortunately, we have to wrap it up. So
Yeah. I'll just say this because
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
of the Jimmy Iovine part of it. I fucking love that part. You know a
It's
lot
like
of shit
you-
about Dre.
'Cause-
You've seen those docs. I'm not. There is still some stuff about Dre that was like, oh shit, but or that was new. But man, the from Jimmy Iovine working sweeping up in a studio to learning how to work the boards,
Right. Yeah.
to being this like ruthless like, and I don't mean ruthless in a bad way. I mean like the motherfuckers doesn't stop.
Right.
He just
Let's
works,
get it.
works, and how many times he's went against the Giant.
Right.
That was the big thing. Is like this motherfucker went against the Giant.
Right. Right.
He went against the Giants.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about, the Giants,
I know
right?
what you mean.
Okay, the Giants.
Football team or no?
when you fuck with
That's
them
the
with
game.
them when you fuck with them media
Moguls.
Yeah.
companies like I said, the Walt Disneys, the CBS's,
But you
or
want-
who owns CBS? Whoever owns CBS, who's that?
Caucasian Broadcasting System.
Oh, that's right.
You want me to tell you what give you a leg up in any negotiation?
What's that?
If you look like and can resonate with a negotiator.
Sometimes.
No.
I don't know about- I don't know about look
100%
like.
of
I don't know about look like.
meaning. Do I have to peel a layer back?
Yeah.
Meaning, if I have a different hue of skin, it affords me more leeway in certain areas
That's
of
true.
negotiation.
Yeah, that's true.
If
To a
I'm
point.
negotiating with a purser who has a similar complexion as me, if we have a common bond, if we have a how you want me to put it?
Hey, man, you can say whatever, bro.
That helps tremendously.
Listen, we've talked about this before when
Listen,
Tyner was saying it.
that
Hey,
helps
you can
tremendously. Even if your music is hot, even if you need that face, you need that spokesperson, you need that person to go deliver that message.
You need that clearance Avant.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Boom.
But also, I'll peel another layer back to what you said, is that sometimes when you don't look like somebody, it can be the upper hand or
Sure.
the lower hand,
Right.
depending on what you're
Absolutely.
negotiating, who
And who you
what's on the
negotiating
table.
with.
Right.
Because if somebody wants to break into hip hop, let's say a Leor Cohen, right? Who some say is a culture vulture, right?
What do you
He's
say?
I think he is too.
Okay.
But when he negotiates, when he was first, he had to listen to that dude that has dark skin.
Yeah.
You had to. right? And then you go, and then on the flip side of that, sometimes when you have black skin and you go to get a loan, you don't get a couple of different tweaks and perks that you could have got if they would have looked.
Yeah. I wasn't really going there, but I know what you're saying. Yeah.
No, you were saying skin tone.
Yeah, you were saying skin tone.
Okay, but that.
Do you know how many times I had to get fucking? Do you know how many times I had to get wild in a room? Hold on. You know how many times I had to get wild in a room with another black man because I'm light skinned?
Let me rephrase.
No, so it doesn't. I'm not just saying black and white. I'm saying all types. I didn't. No, you're right.
When you have something in common,
I peeled a little bit too much back, didn't I? Okay.
I'm finna give y'all. I'm finna really give y'all some game. I'm finna really give y'all some game. Real talk. I might be talking too much.
The government's gonna shut us down anyway.
We'll shut you down.
When I need something done or negotiated or something to go into my favor that's in a professional type of atmosphere, you know who I send?
B.
Enough said.
She's non-threatening.
Enough said, bro.
And I get that, but I'm not.
Enough said, bro.
I'm the opposite.
I want to go.
Hold on. But what I was going to say is,
when I want to go get whatever it is I need to get done, people who have more in common are more apt to accommodate somebody. Once again, no, not to a degree.
Like
my brother or my cousin.
Listen, I wouldn't send Dana in to negotiate anything for me because Dana is motherfucking cutthroat, and she'd be like, "Yeah, fuck you, we're not paying that." So
yeah, but no, I get what you're saying. But
there's no negotiation, motherfucker. This is what we got, and this is what we paying, and if you want it, take it. If you don't, fuck you. I go but somewhere.
And I get
else.
what you're saying, but here's the thing, though, Rome. But then here's another part of it though too. When I could send somebody, I don't, because then I make it a challenge. I make it fun. I swear to God, I'm fucking sick, Rome. I'm a sick motherfucker.
I think y'all taking this
Rome. Let me tell you something. I'm fucking sick when it comes to this shit. I think different.
Right.
I think I'm sick. I have a sickness. 70% of my thoughts are playing things out that haven't yet happened.
Right.
It's a fucking sickness. Yeah. But I'm a sick motherfucker. I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? I'd rather be sick like that than fucking health sick or some fucking, serial killer or something. But what I'm saying is, I'm sick like this. I fucking like how Michael Jordan goes, and I took that person. I literally would go in somewhere, and my whole goal was, by the time I leave this room, they're gonna fucking love me. They're gonna invite me to their fucking wedding. For real.
Right.
And I've done that.
I'm gonna tell my brother DJ.
I understand.
You know how many times I fucking you know how many times I've done that. I've walked into a room being the only different type of looking person, and by the end, and they don't have to. I'm not trying to change their outlook on life. But I'm saying I take that as a fucking challenge, and then at the end of the day, I feel better because I didn't have to send somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying you're wrong because you're right.
Right.
And it takes that sometimes. But me, I'm sick. I like just fucking going in there, busting the door, and saying, "Hey, look, watch this.
Right.
Watch me turn this fucking room around, and have them thinking different."
But let me just say this: I wasn't even really. I mean, although
was that aggressive?
No. I mean, although race plays a part in it, but I wasn't really saying that. I'm saying in any situation, a non-threatening individual, is more apt to get what you want accomplished than somebody reading a book by its cover. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think we know.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Although it says you don't supposed to judge it, but most people judge a book by its cover.
But it's all subjective though, because when I need the car fixed, you think I let my girl go take my shit to the mechanic?
Right, I understand.
No, because she's gonna come back with blinker fluid and what do they call connuter valves? Shit that don't even fucking exist is gonna be on my bill, right? You know what I mean? Fucking actuator fluctuators, like they're just gonna tell her some shit. Right. So what I'm saying is it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
He don't believe that. Listen,
no, I know that
he don't believe that.
No, I know that we went through it. Like I don't. She can't go to a mechanic. I take the motherfucking car in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You saying you're
but this is where Rome's talking about. Hold on, this is where Rome's back.
Talking about I can't find the blinker fluid.
but here's what Rome's saying, and on the flip side of it. So, do I send my girl though to go talk to the fucking homeowners association? I sure the fuck do.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
As much as I want to go to the homeowners association, I'm more scared of them than going to court. If I go to the homeowners association,
HMA,
as much as I wouldn't want to fucking change them,
HMA.
they're not changeable.
And you know they don't play.
They don't play that bullshit,
At
bro.
all.
They got power too. I didn't know
At
how much
all.
power they had. So shit, you motherfuckers for real. Y'all, man, y'all worse than motherfucking pilgrims and shit, bro.
But I'm not saying, don't take
Sorry,
that.
that's-
I'm just giving game. I'm not saying right or wrong.
Right.
I'm saying in certain situations, sometimes you have to make certain concessions to get what you want, to get the common goal.
to get there, to get at the end,
to get the common goal. It's not
I believe in
trickery
that.
or it's not, it's
believe in
it's
that.
not
Makes
hedging
things
your
a little easier.
It's the way the world works I can't speak on America, but
Here.
where I live. Where I
Here.
live, that's kind of how it works.
Yeah.
And hey,
And sometimes, it's always that saying too. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
So it's that too.
And I'm not
So
a real
man,
friendly dude.
we're gonna wrap it up.
Before we wrap it up, Rome, you weren't here last week. I need to ask you right now.
Yes.
Favorite album, favorite joints out right now in the last 3-4 weeks.
Ooh. And
Have
the
you
last
listened to DJ Khaled's album?
I listened to God Did.
God did.
I didn't listen to the album. I listened to God Did. I mean,
What you think?
You really want to know what I think?
I do, because we discussed it last time and you weren't here to discuss it with us.
We respect
or
your
2 weeks
opinion.
ago. We want to know.
No matter if it's wrong or wrong.
Okay. This is what I really think. I think when you put God's name on secular music, do you know what I mean by secular music?
No.
I had no clue he was gonna take it
Please
there.
enlighten us. No.
I
Please
don't think
enlighten us.
that's cool.
Yes, I know it's secular music.
I don't
It's
think
everything
that's
other
cool.
than basically
Right.
And I
God's
respect
music.
it. I
don't-
respect your opinion.
Now, can you do absolutely? You can do secular music. Don't put, to me, God's name on it. To me, you don't do that.
Can I ask you a question though? Do you know why it's named God Did? Do you know? I'm just asking you. Do you know? Because I'll explain it to you.
God didn't do that stuff.
No, you don't. I'm asking you if you know what it is. Do you know, yes or no? Why it's called God Did?
No, I don't.
Okay. If you could have an open mind for a second.
Yes, I do.
Khaled explained this on Drink Champs, is that how he came up with that is you know how I was talking about, they didn't believe in us. There was a lot of people that was hating on him coming out with another album.
Right.
He said they didn't believe in us.
Right.
God did.
Yeah.
That's what he kept saying. God did. God believed in us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He talks about God the whole interview. He talks about every time he talks about this, he's bigging up God, like giving all praise to God.
What is God? What is God to
We're
some
not
people?
doing all this.
No.
We're not
What
doing
I
all
mean,
that.
I'm saying you just said that, but he got on a $3 million rollie at the same time.
So what?
Why he's saying
Ain't he good though?
We're not gonna have this discussion about God, but
you asked me the question, bro. I'm just telling you, if you ask me personally.
and I respect your opinion, but I didn't know if you knew why it was named God Did, because a lot of people don't.
I didn't.
And that was the reason why he named it God Did, is because he was like, nobody believed in this.
But
God
God
did
had
it.
faith.
Throughout the whole album, he's like, God did everything that he's talking about. You know how he's a motivator. Everything he does in life, he's always like, if nobody got me, God got me.
Right.
He's spiritual.
Yeah.
I'm not. That doesn't mean that he's got to be holier than thou or whatever.
Not at all, bro. Not at all.
But
agree.
I'm just. I don't want to explain to that before.
Yeah.
So then, if it doesn't have to change your opinion. I'm just saying I felt like compelled to say that. Because I did watch the Drink Champs interview with him, and that was some motivating shit, boy. I wanted to run through 3 walls. I didn't know if Dan Campbell was talking to me, and I was about to go play for the Lions or what. But
what's that dude's name who used to do the karate flip? I mean, he do the exercise on TV. He had tapes. Billy Blanks. What was his name? What was
Tybo.
Tybo. Okay, Tybo motivates you. Why didn't you say Tybo did? If it's about motivation, if it's about why would you put
why would you
God's name on that? That's
because God should be your ultimate motivator.
Yeah. Why would you
be your best?
Yeah. I don't understand why you're putting you're saying that somebody else. You're saying that. I'm trying to understand. You're saying that the guy that did Tybo, he should have more recognition than.
No, I'm saying
God. If that's your spirituality, if he said Buddha did it, Buddha did. If he said Allah did, being for real, if he said Allah did, would you have a problem
why
with
put
it?
any of that? Why put any of that in there?
Because he's him. Because if this podcast, if I felt like God did this podcast, you know what I mean? and I named the God Did podcast because that's my opinion. That's my reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be my response if I
Right.
if I knew something about something. I'm not trying to.
Okay.
But I get
back
what
to
you're
your
saying.
original question.
No, but hold on. I do want to say this, Rome. I get exactly what you're saying, and I do because there was a time in my life where I used to think the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, why do you always have to? Right, but
and you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
no,
just
but
let it be what it's gonna be.
Right, and I'm defending the side of it that goes because if you really felt like that, then say that shit.
Yeah, just let it be what's gonna be.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No. I'm saying if you feel like God did it, then you say that. Then you name that the album that you do that
Right.
because if you feel like God did, then
Right.
guess what? Name that album that.
Boom.
That's all I'm saying. I'm
Right.
defending
Yeah,
the people that would say
and I
just go
understand
do
that.
whatever you do.
I understand
But
that.
I do respect. Like I said, I respect that opinion of yours because
Right.
I had been there before and thought that.
What do you think?
But
of
let
the,
me ask you,
what do you think of the lyrics on it?
It was a
though?
good song. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was a good song. It wasn't great. It wasn't the best song I ever heard, but I think it was a really good song. Yes.
Can I peel a little bit layer back?
I think Khaled is a good producer. I don't think he's one of the greatest. I don't think I don't think Khaled does nothing.
He put people
out of the box.
He put people together on tracks.
No, he produces the song too. I mean,
Pharrell produces songs.
Yeah.
so does DJ Khaled.
Yeah, he does, but
DJ Khaled literally.
yeah, but I wouldn't put DJ
He
Khaled
does.
on
I mean,
the
you're
same.
right. And you're right.
I wouldn't put him on the
And
same
you're right.
plane as
As
Pharrell.
a Pharrell. As a Dr. Dre.
But what I'm saying, no, hold on. What I'm saying is, hear me out. What I'm saying is, here's insight. Dr. Dre, a lot of his beats aren't his beats.
Probably
He
not.
puts
He got a
Dr.
production
Dre
team.
on it.
Yeah, he got a
What does
production
Khaled
team.
do?
Yeah,
a lot of
probably
beats.
same thing.
Some beats
Yeah.
are Khaled's. A lot of
Right.
beats aren't Khaled's.
Right.
But he puts Khaled stamp on it and changes a couple things and puts the people in the song, the
I
right
was
people
saying,
on the
I
song.
think
Right,
that's his
that's
niche.
what I said. Yeah, that's what I
his
said.
niche.
Exactly.
Exactly. Producing. It's producing
Putting the
nonetheless.
right people on the right track.
He's a Clarence Avant.
right.
That's still
music.
producing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Executive
I
producing
agree.
is
Yeah,
producing.
I
Any
agree.
way you look at it.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
all I'm saying.
Right. And I'm not
But-
knocking Khaled. Hey, do you
How about
my
Damn,
guy?
why you
on
getting
the
so
guy-
emotional,
on
bro?
the guy-
Calm down.
But you didn't let me finish. You said, what's my favorite song within the last
Oh, yeah.
4
yeah, yeah.
weeks? And I don't
ahead.
have an answer. Within the last 4 weeks,
You ain't
I'm
listening
going to
to
say,
shit new.
you know what I'm going to say? And I'm going to say, I'm
That new
going to
Nicki?
date myself. I'm going to date myself.
That new Nicki.
because I'm
No,
an old
'cause you
man.
usually know all the new music that
Right,
you
because
put
I'm an
us
old
onto.
man. So I'm going to just say within the last 3 months. Because the song that I like really right now is
Bricks.
no, which I like Bricks. Yeah, I like Bricks music, but it's that girl out of Atlanta, dark skinned chick. This
a lot
she got a
of
song
dark-skinned
called.
chicks
She got
out
a
there,
song
right?
called "Sorry Not Sorry." Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, come on, man. Her name is forgive me, and I'm a head too, and I listen to hip hop. And this is old. People gonna be listening on this podcast. They be saying, "Dude, that's a year and a half old. What are you talking about?"
No, you've been listening to shit before that. You were telling me about Moneybag Yo one day. Demi Lovato.
No, this dude didn't say Demi Lovato.
Her song is called "Sorry
What
Not
in
Sorry."
the world?
Her song is called "Sorry Not Sorry."
Yeah, no, it ain't Demi Lovato.
That's why I was.
Her name
tripping.
is
I'm a redder.
Amaretta. Yes, yes. And there's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's-
females in the game right now.
That's old, but that's
rapping.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's kind of old, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a little old, but it's.
But that's kind
banging.
of what I've been on, like that down south, that Memphis, that Atlanta
I can feel it.
type,
I can feel it.
You
good, bro?
But I'm old, bro.
Yeah.
What you been on since you asked me?
No, we already talked about it a lot. We were talking about.
Yeah.
I just want to see your opinion because the game, the Black Slim Shady. You know what I mean?
was
That was a
hard.
big thing.
That was hard, but I mean, I ain't crazy. You know why I'm not crazy about that? Because it's too late. You should have shot at him when he was in his heyday. Mm-hmm. If you can't shoot at him now, bro, don't shoot at him.
And he said,
leave him alone.
and his response was, he was like, "Well, 50 can't rap, so I had to shoot at somebody. So you just choose to shoot at him.
Yeah, don't shoot at him.
That's the wrong one to shoot at.
Not right
anyway.
now. If you would have shot at him when he was shooting, I would have put more respect on your name.
Right.
But it was a dope song. Don't get me wrong. He went hard.
You think
Yeah.
you think M gonna come back?
I don't think so.
for what?
Why? For what?
I think
like you just said. For what?
Listen, I think 50 is gonna be the one to tell Eminem.
Why?
Don't even do it.
Yeah, I mean, why? Why
Kinda
would
like-
anybody
it's kinda like,
respond?
50 don't tell him shit. Royce will tell fucking
Right.
What?
No, I'll tell you.
What do they have to gain by responding?
You know who told him? Paul Rosenberg told him not to do shit. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Facts.
No, because
But what would they gain?
Paul just Paul.
That's the truth. That's just facts.
Yeah. Paul just did a really, really nice one on Sirius XM on Shade 405.
Mm-hmm.
He just put together a really nice podcast. I think it might be like maybe the Rosenberg something podcast that he did. But what he did is he did episodes leading up to having M on like a 3-part thing where it was like people that like were an integral part of his career. Like they had Royce on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They had,
I think I did see that.
Oh man, it was dope.
I didn't listen to it, but I think I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, I listened
I
to
might
it on
check that
like
out.
I forgot what night of the week it was, and I was like, oh shit, and he had Royce on, and he was talking about, during it he was talking about this is going to be a thing.
Right.
Well, Mikey had already said something to me about that, and I was like, oh shit, like this is going to be dope. I thought it was going to be like more of a documentary. I didn't know it was going to be just on Shade 4-5, but because Paul said,
Right.
hey, your ass ain't gonna
Calm
come back.
down.
Listen, we
Calm
getting
down.
old.
Yeah.
Because to me personally, don't even why. But a young man be like, dude, you got to shoot back.
Right.
This dude shooting at you. You got to, you got to bust your gun. And I believe M probably want to bust his gun. But
I'm sure he does.
But when you've been that
why?
successful,
Why? Right? Why you want to bust your gun? Why? For what?
and to an
what?
opponent that isn't worthy.
Thank you.
Because you have everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Thank you. I was finna say.
Right.
You ain't got. Only thing you're gonna do is
You take
possibly lose.
Game's head off. So what?
So what?
It's expected.
So what?
It's expected.
Nobody was on Game. Like we still wondering, was we tricked into Game? We still wondering that because he was co-signed by 50 and G Unit when they was banging. When G Unit was going hard, that's when Game came in the door. He wasn't no West Coast dude. He didn't come in the door like NWA, Cube. You know what I'm saying? Them Dre produced groups.
No, but at the time,
he came through the door with these dudes.
There was no the West had fell off, so he had to go.
Or so they say.
No, I'm
Wasn't Kendrick around then?
no. Kendrick
wasn't around when the Game was around?
Kendrick's my age. The Game's 40.
Yeah, Kendrick wasn't nowhere.
No.
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
Nope. Actually, Game talks about it because Game used to have to go to some kids club thing because so Kendrick grew up in a Piru neighborhood, right? But he was with all the G's, but he always was like an artsy motherfucker. So he didn't bang. They wouldn't let him bang. He's just affiliated because he comes from that neighborhood. And he used to always go to this center or whatever. And Game's talking about he used to like mentor like as a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Like when he got on, he was like not as a little kid, but like as a teenager.
Yeah,
so Game was already out. When the Game, I put it like this: when the Game came out, this is how you know the West Coast was fucked up. When the Game came out, he came out when Gorilla Black came out. You remember Gorilla Black?
I do remember Gorilla Black. Yeah, I do remember Gorilla Black.
So like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't have anybody like Gorilla Black was the guy out of West Coast.
Right.
Nobody was popular. Everybody was young then. Like
I'm trying to think.
Nip, Kendrick,
Right.
all these people, Problem, YG, they all younger.
Right. They are.
The Game's
You're
a little
right.
bit older than them.
You're
And the
right.
Game was doing it back when he was like, 20,
The Game
21.
came in the early.
Yeah, so he
Around
had, it's
G-Unit
almost like he
time.
had to
Yeah,
come
you're right.
fuck
Okay.
with G-Unit and them. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
Atlanta was the creme de la creme.
Right.
And Atlanta wasn't fucking with West Coast unless you was E40 or somebody. Right. You was the Bay Area. The Bay Area was popping off, but LA,
I'm just
they
saying,
wasn't popping off.
if somebody told me to name my top 10 lyricists, Game wouldn't be in it.
No,
That's what I mean by
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
still deciding on if Game
No,
is, were we really, do we really like Game or were we kind of,
And that's what we talked about last
Well, we
time.
kinda
because
fooled.
Because, the original Game was different. This game
and Game dope, don't get me wrong. Do he rap? Is he better than Mac 10? Is Game better than Mac 10?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Yes.
I think he is.
Absolutely. Mac 10? Oh, y'all tripping. Mac 10?
He's not better than Dub C, but I put him better than Mac 10.
Mac?
Mac 10's probably the one of the
Mac
weakest.
Dime?
Bro,
He's probably one of the weakest
I'm
over in the
a
West.
Mac 10 fan, and if Cube wasn't writing a lot of stuff, I don't think he would be the way he is. Yeah, and
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah.
that's your opinion, bro.
we
I
all
gotta
have
accept
one.
that. Yeah, I gotta accept that. I gotta accept it. All right.
Yeah. No, I just want to ask you about the little tidbit
Okay.
because we
My
talked
man.
about it a little bit. I want to,
Yep, get my little segment in.
We missed out.
there is a track on there that I want you to go listen to.
Okay.
It's got Jadakiss.
Yeah.
And where
Kiss
it starts
always
off, him freestyling the garden at the verses. That's how the joint starts off.
Oh. Yeah, Kiss always been. Kiss is in my top 10. Kiss in my top 10. Yep.
Kiss is in my top 3 right now.
Yeah.
I change it every week. I change it every week.
He does.
But I'm just saying, like, I just
always
can't.
in the top 5.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
He put him at number 1.
He in my
months
top
ago.
10. He in my top 10.
He's number 1 underrated of all time ever.
Underrated?
There's nobody more underrated than Jada
Really?
Kiss. Jada Kiss has never got his just due in the industry.
You don't think so?
Never. By his peers, yes. By the industry, no. And by standards of him being put in the great...
What do you mean by the industry?
Ask anybody out there, ask anybody in your top 5, dead or alive. They tell you Tupac, they tell you Biggie, they tell you Jay-Z, they tell you Nas.
You don't think they give you no Kiss?
Nah.
You don't think
They
so?
don't never put Kiss in the top 10. But hold on, I got a question for you. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. When has Jada Kiss ever went on a track with somebody else and not killed the track?
Right. Never.
Nobody's
That's
ever
what I'm saying.
out-rapped
He always
him.
go hard.
Nobody's ever out-rapped him.
Right. Nobody.
Jay-Z, they say, well, yeah, I'm kind of out-rapped. You know what I mean? They talk about all these different people that they put on Nas, oh, well, you know what I mean?
But let me ask you this. That go for the whole locks. All 3 of them dudes rap. Them dudes rap for real. They not just...
A Gangster and a Gentleman is one of the most classic albums of all fucking time. A Gangster and a Gentleman by
Them
Styles
dudes rap for real. They ain't
Take my
just...
to the bathroom.
They ain't just, playing on this. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. So...
Well, it's just we're in the middle of a pond,
right.
and like you should know, go that way instead of go around me that way. Yeah. Anyway, yes.
Kiss is the guy.
Kiss is the guy, and seriously, like I don't want to go through this whole thing about top 5, but I'm just saying if when you're mentioning top 5, Jada has been around long enough that you can go, man. When have I ever heard verse from Jada?
Very rarely. Yeah, I don't think
I can't remember a verse that was
some of them Diddy verses when when they was with Bad Boy. Some of them Diddy verses wasn't all that, but they was hot though. But they wasn't.
They were doing what Diddy wanted them to do and be a little bit more poppy and all sort of shit. But when they do their own shit, when they broke away and they started fucking with Rough Rider,
he deep,
bro.
Yeah, all 3 of them dudes deep. They just deep in their own way.
When that motherfucker did, and it's not even the coldest verse, but it's just the way he just rode the fucking beat. When that motherfucker did the remix to that DMX that Rough Riders anthem. When I pop up, I lock shop up, pull a drop up, park a block up, hit the alarm, put the top up, stash a drawer in my sock, then put my sock up, keep the burner, but if it's hot, put my Glock up. You know what I'm about? Sliding on, get my cock sucked. Bro, like, who rides a beat like that? Who rides a beat like Rome? Who rides a beat like that on some feature
That's
shit?
why I don't understand why you said dudes don't give Kisses love. I'm like, what?
We do.
Yeah, Kiss get love.
We do.
Out here.
But your average, he's not a household name, is what I'm saying. Like Jay-Z is, like a Nas is, like a Biggie and Tupac is.
Do you think he's as good as Jay-Z?
Jada? Yes.
Jada Kiss. You think he's as good as Jay-Z?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I believe that if you put Jada and Jay on an album together, people will realize.
Man, that'd be a collab. Wouldn't that be a crazy collab?
It's 2 different types of rap that can come together so fucking smoothly.
Wouldn't that be a crazy? I never even thought that thought never crossed my mind.
Me neither. But
Them do
remember
how R. Kelly and Jay-Z
when
did?
Jada and Fabulous did one together, I was like,
You know what? And Fab spitting too. Fab been dropping music, bro. Y'all been seeing?
When they did that Freddie versus Jason,
Fab been spitting lately.
I'm not gonna lie, Fab is a spitter.
Fab been spitting lately.
But to me, I was like, ooh, I know where y'all was trying to go, but Fab, your stock just went down a little bit and Jada's went up just because, man, you sound great on everything you do. And then you put greater next to you. And motherfuckers that are great will be in a room with somebody greater. Perfect example, Eminem and Jay-Z. Jay-Z had a fucking cold 2 verses. Fucking, I had to hustle. Back to the wall. Ashy knuckles. Pocket full with a lot of lint. Not a cent. Got a vent. A lot of innocent life. Like, bro, he's fucking spitting.
Yeah.
And it all gets overshadowed. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm a poet to some regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the King of these Latter-day Saints here. Like, you know what I mean? You're just like, damn.
know some damn lyrics, don't
You're like, damn.
If
Jay would have took that verse and put it on his own shit, motherfuckers would be like, oh, that's top 10 verses of all time.
See, that's what
But it gets overshadowed, just like, so that's what I'm saying about Jada and Fab. Fab had some of the fucking coldest verses on Jason's versus Freddie versus Jason, whatever. But it got overshadowed because when Jada Kiss get on there and do that,
That's what make
you know what's coming.
hip hop so beautiful, man. The way it ebbs and flows. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes this dude is Ace One, Boom Coon.
Right.
Next time it's this. You know what I mean? And the way it just moves with Kiss. Is Kiss wordplay crazy? He's so, but his delivery,
for sure.
and the way he stitches his rhymes together
But
is unparalleled.
He
You know what I'm saying?
Wordplay too, though.
What I mean is he ain't saying nothing that's making you think.
No, he's not.
He bringing it right to your face.
He
Boom,
does
boom.
sometimes.
The way he stitches it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, okay.
I mean, like
and he
that,
he spit that fire.
We were talking about this one time when he did that. What's that? We gon' make it. And it's not like you said. It's not a bunch of word play. It's the delivery.
It's his
When he
delivery.
Said, I was with this model for a year and a half. When she took her pins out, then her hair dropped down her ass. And when the man was just up north, who got left up north, but he wasn't sure. They didn't even go together.
Right.
But he said it, and then he's like, "Anyway, I'm Ki double." You know what I mean? Like it's like
His delivery,
what?
yeah.
But it's like you were rocking with the shit.
His nuances. You know what I'm saying? That's what make him special, man.
There is a, and he's real good at going back and forth. That's one thing that he's really, really cold at, is taking another artist with him, going back and forth.
Oh, absolutely.
In the middle of a
Because that's
verse.
what the likes do.
And when him and Styles P on Gangster and a Gentleman, that album, when they did that Scared Niggas Jet Off or stand way in the back and aim the gat up in the air and let off a thorough nigga, tear a nigga head off. Then let the blood keep dripping and just wipe the sweat off. Hey, bro, are you kidding me? He said, just let the blood keep dripping and just wipe the sweat off. That verse right there, they're going back and forth, and I'm like, this shit got me goosebumps right now. That shit be getting me hyped.
If you want to talk about
back and forth
underrated, now the Lox is an underrated group because the group, the way it's set up, that's much harder than to just get in the booth and rap. You know what I mean? To just get to just get on stage and rap. To be in a group dynamic where we going back and forth, where we writing to I know what you say, you know what I say, you know what I'm saying? And now we interchange it. Now I can, I got 4 bars, you got a good 10 bars or 8 bars or whatever, and then we back it, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the move like that, dude, that's so underrated.
We might have to have one on just Gangsta and Gentleman. Because now you got me thinking, because on Gangsta and Gentleman, that song, I got a story to tell. My hammer talk to me. And right, he's talking about his gun, his knife, his money, right? Each of them are different people. So Sheik is one, Jade is one, or what's my man's name that was part of D Block? Shit. I forget his name now. He's got some cold ass freestyles too, and I can still remember his freestyles. But you know what I mean? Like
not Drag On.
A Hawk Nick. No, that's Rough Rider.
Yeah.
I'm talking about D Block. I'm talking about the dude J Hood.
J Hood. Okay.
J Hood's one of the characters, you know what I mean? So like the way it goes back and forth, a hawk niggas down and he's talking to him, he get
From
bright
that
red from,
perspective,
hey,
yeah.
Knife, you my nigga, but leave me alone. I got to talk to my man Hayes to get in the zone. I said, Hayes, what the hell is up? And then J Hood comes on. You know how we do. You know that we cruise. So where's the vanilla Dutch? That shit to me, man, is fucking, that's how, as a dude that used to write,
that's beautiful.
that shit is hard to do to make it flawless like that. Like a real, like you be watching a movie, bro. That song,
That's
you
what
watch a
make it-
movie.
yeah, that's
You
what
fucking
make-
watch a movie.
I gotta go.
See,
back
that's
and
how it
listen
used to
that.
be when we was young, and we would hear those songs from MC Shan. And, you know what I mean? And the Boogie Down Brian. That's how it would be. You would hear this stuff, and it would literally be a movie. You would see what they saying and whatnot.
Man. Hey, Mike. Homework. Gangsta and Gentleman.
Okay.
I got you.
Gangsta and Gentleman, got you.
I might have to learn the whole album because you know the whole damn album.
I know everything from like 97 to like 2005, bro.
Yeah, I love it.
You can't tell me.
Gangsta in the Gym. I'm putting it in my phone right now.
Gangsta in the Gentleman. My hawk niggas down and he get bright red for me. Knife, you my nigga, but leave me alone. I gotta talk to my man. He's to get in the zone.
This guy.
Come on, man.
He's an MC.
Come on, wrong. Like you ain't know like you ain't know all the verses. I literally used to study.
Listen.
I used to study how you write, like how you formulate a fucking. Nobody taught me how to do 16 bars in a hook.
When a dude,
Gentlemen, live your life.
Can't give him too
when
much.
a dude said, I take 7 MCs, put them in a line, and add 7 more brothers who think they can rhyme. It'll take 7 more before I go for mine. Now that's 21 MCs I ate up all. We say 21 MCs ate up at the same time. For me, that blew my mind. I was like, oh, this dude is amazing. What in the world? He didn't unlock the door.
Who's that?
Rakim. That's Rakim.
No.
What Rakim said?
Well, that's before his time.
No, I only know like the
Rakim
like the
changed
commercials.
rap,
Like,
bro. Rakim changed rap.
You know,
I know
you
like
know
Final Leader, and you know what I mean.
I ain't
Before
no joke.
Rakim,
I used
Yeah.
to let the mic smoke.
Before Rakim, we was broken glass everywhere.
Yeah.
People standing in the corner like you just don't care.
Hey,
Or these are the breaks.
Huh? Before Rakim,
Rakim came in like
he was a sucker MC
right.
in a pair of Calvin Kleins.
Standing by the speaker.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I imagine with the fever. E.
Before Rakim,
Yeah.
Rakim came and changed.
Yeah, he did.
We was like, huh? Doom, cat, boom, boom, boom. I ain't no joke.
we're gonna have to do an episode of favorite verse of all time.
Oh, damn.
Dang, that's deep.
I don't
That's
know.
deep.
We'll have to do that by the end of the year.
A favorite verse?
That might take
a
verse.
favorite
That might
60 of all time? It's been some dope verses, bro. It's been some dope. It's been
I
some
told
dope
him we've
verses.
been going through the same thing that he has. True, I got my fans at Average Man, but not enough loot to last me to the end of the week. So you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying you.
So I live check to check.
If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat. Like we like neck to neck. We done came a long way, like them Slim cigarettes from Virginia.
Yeah,
Andre 3
bro,
Stacks, boy,
I
they
don't-
forgot.
I don't know if I can do
3
that.
Stacks rap.
I don't know if I can do
3
that.
Stacks rap.
Top verse of all time. I mean, you got M on.
Right.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know if I
right.
can do that.
There's been some hard verses
Bro,
out
that would
here.
take me a long time to
Man.
filter
There's been
through
some
stuff.
hard
and-
verses out here. It's been some hard verses out here.
Yeah.
Hardest. I don't even know what the dopest song is. I don't
Hard-
even know what my dopest
be-
song
top
of all time.
Top 10 verses coming to you in 2026 because that's how long it's going to take us to filter through all our
Right.
music, especially the way we get down. So yeah,
Man, it's
man,
getting
you got
late.
me thinking now.
It's getting late. Now we got homework. We got something to go
Right.
to home to. Y'all got any shout outs before we leave? Let's get up out of here, man. Y'all got any shout outs?
I want to shout out Jake's Lawn Care.
Hey!
Shout out
Yeah,
my
definitely.
man Jake in the building. Can't got me together.
That's what it do, and it looks lovely, brother.
My
looks
man.
lovely.
Oh, man.
It does.
Yeah,
Hit him up.
for sure.
He does everything from the mower.
To the floor.
From the grower to the mower.
Right.
From the grower to the mower.
Oh shit.
My man.
Hey, can I tell y'all a shout out, man? I got to give a shout out because what we was just talking about, and we're talking about documentaries, and we're thinking about movies, and we're thinking about people rapping and painting a picture. And I just got to tell y'all something. I used to live downtown.
129th Street.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I've been wanting to say that since you was talking about fucking how it's a painted picture like Kumo D, Wild Wild West, bro.
Huh?
Parties.
You
out
see the
in
dance,
park
too.
with the girlies.
You see the dance too, though. Dum dum dum. That's when hip hop was real. The dum dum dum. They was characters. He was a character. I believed in him. Did you used to believe in them?
Yeah.
Like wrestlers.
Cool.
Like Hulk Hogan.
Till someone pulled a gun, it was over. They spoiled my fun.
Yes.
Oh,
He had the
man.
cowboy
I'm
hat, the
crying.
whole joint.
What do you say?
Dum,
Just
dum,
like
dum.
a track star dying. No, I ran through the backyard trying to get in my building saying, why in the heck won't somebody kill them?
Hey.
The shit was simple.
Hey.
But the shit, you watched it.
Boo.
You've never seen that movie.
Loved
There's
it.
never
Ate it
been a
up.
movie for that song, but you watched the movie in your head
Ate
3
it
times.
up. You couldn't tell. Bro, we had the rapping Duke.
The hard
We had the rapping Duke, bro.
Yeah.
We went for that.
That's wild.
And it was crazy. Sometimes the kids hear that, they be like, what in the world?
what the
What?
fuck are y'all doing?
I'd be like, yeah, that was a thing at one time. Buttermilk biscuits. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Man, listen, we ain't about to get into all that right now. We got to go.
I love
We
that.
can go for another 3
You-
hours if you want.
Facts.
You mean tell me y'all don't listen to Buttermilk Biscuits?
I don't, but I know.
He had a song called Buttermilk Biscuits, bro. I can't even write this. I can't write that. Y'all
Man.
rapping about biscuits now.
Too short.
That's what he said the song. Mix a lot rapping about biscuits now.
Too Short got a song called Blowjob Betty, bro.
Facts.
And if that don't paint a picture for you.
Yeah.
While other people was painting movies, he was painting pornos.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
man. Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been another episode of Beyond the Tracks podcast. We got DJ Big Mike. We got your boy R-Ro.
Oh, I got a shout out.
We got your boy TJ, the mayor, and Big Mike's got a shout out.
A quick shout out. Yeah, I got a shout out, man. Dev and Grace, they getting married. They getting married this week. So
congratulations.
Yeah,
boy.
you know, that's what it do, man.
Downtown.
I'll be there, of course, getting my my music playlist on.
That is one
And,
wedding I am trying my hardest to be at my best
Spooky,
behavior.
Spooky will be there filming.
Uh-oh.
So you know it's gonna be it's a collabo.
That's what's
It'll
up.
be cool. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
Man, the guy is a mayoral candidate.
Right.
I'm trying. I act up at weddings, bro.
Man.
I hope he don't hear this.
Yeah, and he's
fucking
marrying a
uninvited.
Wickenheiser.
I know.
I saw this
It's
dude.
about to
I
be
saw this dude in the Detroit.
Gracie, I got
in a
you.
Detroit beanie doing a crip walk. I'm being me. I seen this
I
dude
know.
in a Detroit
But you know
beanie
how
crip
when-
walking. So
but you know how weddings be like.
Yeah.
You don't want to take any. It's their day. You do not want to be the one to act up on their day.
right.
Oh, Dev is
But-
gonna act up.
But I know
believe
that
it.
I know that Mikey's wearing that motherfucking jacket.
That blue.
The blue.
That must hard too.
I know he's wearing that jacket.
That must hard
I know
too.
Mike's spinning. I know. I
The
just
8 Mile gonna be flowing.
Right.
I just know. I just
You gonna cut
know.
up? Don't cut up, bro.
No, I'm not gonna cut up.
Okay.
I'm gonna be having fun, and I hope I don't have too much fun. That's all I'm saying.
You want to help me?
I
with that?
actually,
If you
I
want
love
to,
those
yeah.
people.
When
so
is it?
24th.
The 24th. I love those people so much that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be one of the fun. Like, you know how you go to weddings and you just be getting drugged there. You know,
Say it's ready. You want to be at?
I ain't really, bro. This is like one of the few.
You just went because
that
it's
I'm
an open
like,
bar.
No, this is one of the few where I'm like, I would pay to go to this
geeking.
wedding.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I'm really excited.
gonna be
I'm
fire.
not bullshitting. I'm excited. Yeah,
We get the band back
shout out.
together?
Hey, man, how's Junebug been, man?
Man, the dispensaries and took Junebug out the game, bro.
Damn, he's selling carburetors.
He retired. Right.
He's selling Cadillac converters.
Catalytic converters.
Listen, that's y'all laughing. Y'all laughing. Y'all better quit playing. Come outside, somebody up under your truck. Like
Be like
with a
June
saws
Bug. We
off.
family, bro.
Hey, y'all ever went into the club and came out and your antenna was gone?
Yes.
I went to Hoop one
Crackheads.
time, came out, my battery was gone. I'm thinking, you stole my battery? That's
They had to
cold
get
blooded.
to where they had to get to.
That's cold. What you gonna do with a battery?
Put it in their car.
Put it in
that
their
they don't have battery in.
That's cold blooded.
That's crazy.
Oh,
My
man.
battery?
I got another shout out. I want to shout out one more time. 8 Mile Vodka and Born in Detroit, and their pre-roll that they got over there at Jar, over there on Telegraph Road here in Monroe, Michigan. Yeah, the Born in Detroit pre-rolls, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Heads too with the Trick OG. Shout out to everybody just doing things in that regards. However other people feel about it, I respect your opinion. My opinion is I think it's lovely. I really do. I think it's lovely. I think that I'm not opposed to Monroe County being like we're looking like the dispensary fucking capital right now.
For
Like
real.
how many dispensaries we have per capita, we are really
crazy.
fucking
Yeah,
killing
yeah.
it. And nothing bad is being coming out of it. It actually creates more dollars for
real.
our county and for our city. So, well, not necessarily our city, but our county. And if the county gets money, city gets money. You know how that bullshit goes. But I just want to say that's my shout out, man. Shout out to the dispensaries doing their thing. No matter if you're with it or not, you know what I mean? Just when you indulge responsibly. That's all we ask. Just like with 8 Mile, indulge responsibly. But when you turn up, don't turn up like TJ. I got a fucking problem, boy.
We will get this on video. We will get this on videotape.
What?
Spooky's filming, bro. Calm down. Like you.
Oh, I thought you was talking. I thought you was trying to get me knocked or something. No. Filming what? What the fuck we filming? You doing now? We doing a documentary on the goddamn dispensaries and suits and you know.
Go on, hit it. Go on, hit it. You want to hit it? Hit it, TJ.
I don't even know where it's at. All right, we got to get the fuck out of here. A do 4547. TJ, the mayor.
It's your boy DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy Ira.
This is Beyond the Tracks podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.
Talk.